All right, guys, this is Glenn Cunningham, team leader here at Keller Williams Realty Little Rock. And today I am joined by the Shannon Smith.
Hello, hello.
Welcome. There we go. All right, guys. So I wanted to have Shannon come in today and talk a little bit. So Shannon joined us from another firm back in May this year, 2022, and absolutely been crushing it since you've been here. So super proud of her. So I just wanted to kind of have a little quick conversation on what's working and why are you here and future goals and all sorts of fun stuff. So first of all, tell us a little bit about you and about your business.
I am Shannon Smith. I'm a realtor here in Little Rock. I'm going into my third year. Super excited. This has been my best year ever. And so I'm super excited for where I am and where my business is going.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. Cool. So give me some details here. So you got over here in May, right? What's happened since you've been here?
Since May, I've had about 12 closings. I actually have 5 listings right now, and I'm probably about to tap out at $3 million by the end of the year.
That's great. Since May?
Yes, since May.
That's legit. That's so good. Okay, good. Well, I know, back before May when we started talking, you had some decisions to make about coming over here, and you weren't unhappy where you were, but there was some things missing and you wanted to take it to the next level. So first question I have is, why KW? I mean, there's dozens of brokerages out there. So why'd you end up coming here?
Glenn, I feel like once I came and I interviewed here, the success that you all wanted for your agents was my deciding factor. I didn't feel like I would be out on my own. I felt like I would be enveloped by a group of go-getters who wanted to go get it and wanted me to be a go-getter.
Good. I love it. Okay, well, good. So when you joined over, I think a lot of times when people want to join, they have this drunk monkey of it'll be too complicated, it's too difficult, and it's walking through mud. So how was that process? From the transition in, smooth, rocky? How would you describe it?
I would say it was definitely smooth. Definitely smooth. The paperwork, the transfer of the license, all of that was very smooth. And in the background, while this was going on, I was still able to attend the training classes. I was still able to get up to speed of the Keller Williams way.
Mm-hmm. All that. Well, good. So since you've been over here, what's KW been able to, I guess, provide for your business? What were you surprised that you found when you got here, and what's just worked since you got here?
Honestly speaking, I would say the prestige of the name itself. I am treated almost with a different level of respect when I say I am with Keller Williams. It's totally different respect. The name itself, the global name, speaks wonders.
Yeah, I love that. So I know when you get here, one of the first things that we do is we really want to focus on your tech, right? We want to get all your database going. We want to get your marketing going. We use a lot of smart plans here. How has that been going for you?
You know what? That has been such a game changer for me. For one, just being able to keep up with my clients, keeping up with my numbers, keeping up with just even my follow-ups. The KW command system is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Love that. All right. So we talk to a lot of agents out there that sometimes aren't super happy where they are, and they maybe, kind of feel kind of unfulfilled. So what kind of advice would you give them if they feel like they don't have a lot of structure or they're lacking things in their business?
Oh, you got to come to KW.
What a good plug. I got you.
You got to come to KW.
Okay, so even if they didn't know. Okay, so let's say this. That's what I wanted you to say, actually. But let's say even if they don't. Let's say they're happy where they're at. They want to stay there for whatever reason. What can they do? What have you found that you've learned here that if you'd have just employed anywhere, your business would have been different?
Definitely the time blocking. Time blocking, goal setting, and not just the big goals, even the smaller goals. It's the, what do I plan to do this week? What do I plan to do this month? Those small things can help you develop the bigger goals and succeed.
So talk me through this real quick. So you say time blocking, and some agents have no idea what you're talking about right now. So when you say time blocking, what are you referring to?
I am referring to my day-to-day activity.
Mm-hmm.
What am I doing from the moment I wake up? What am I doing for my business? What am I doing from 9 to 11, from 11 to 1? What am I doing? Am I doing showings from 3 to 5? Am I returning phone calls from 2 to 4? I'm saying a generic plan that is feasible and able to follow. It does wonders.
For sure. So were you employing a schedule like that before you came over here? Or is that something we kind of infused into you?
No, not at all. It was kind of like just, I was just like going with it, you know, winging it. So now it's totally different. I actually have a mindset of, this is my business, and I'm going to run it as a business. And so running it as a business is as if I'm working a 9 to 5. You know, what am I doing through the day?
Yeah, well, it makes perfect sense because I think a lot of agents do that, right? You know, it's no really fault of their broker or anything else. I think just people don't know what they don't know. And they go from a very structured environment working a 9 to 5 job to getting into real estate for whatever reason. And they don't realize that they can't just scatter and run and gun because then it's just chaos, right? And they don't understand that like that's not the way to get where they're wanting to go, right? And then they find themselves working 60 hours a week. Their production isn't where they want it to be, and they're exhausted all at the same time, right? Yes. And then since you've been here, you've realized, you know, if I just time block and protect that time from 9 to 11 or 8 to 10, I don't care when it is, but if you protect that time to focus on your business, like not only does your production go through the roof, but you don't feel like you have to work more than 40 hours a week to get what you need to do.
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense. Now, this one wasn't on here, but I wanted to bring it up. You went to Bold recently, right?
I did.
Okay. What was, put you on the spot here. It was your first shot at Bold, right? Okay.
Yes.
What was your biggest takeaway from Bold?
You know, Bold was very intentional, and it helped me to not only realize how I want my business to run, but also my personal life. And I think the word intentional just stands out to me. Intentional about work-life balance, intentional about how to structure my business to be a success, but also allotting time to be a success within my family.
Yeah, because you got a lot more things going on than just real estate.
I do.
Right?
I do.
Right?
I
mean, between the kiddos and family, you got a food truck, you got all sorts of ventures that you do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And it's just crazy what you're able to accomplish when you have intention behind it.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
I mean, you've gone from doing what you were doing to coming over here closing 12 deals in the span of 5-6 months.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Not to mention 5 more under contract and more on the way.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Like, that's a big deal.
And I'm excited. I'm excited for 2023. Actually being able to start in January with KW and just kind of see how I can actually set everything in motion.
For sure. What's the goal for 2023?
Woo.
I need to hear it.
My goal for 2023, you know, I want to maximize my full potential. And I think sometimes when you have the transfer or the change of brokerages, sometimes it's hard to kind of, you know, figure out, you know, am I going left or am I going right? So I'm excited for January to actually set my plan in action. And, you know, my goal is probably 7 million.
Okay. It's a good goal.
Yeah.
That's good. So nearly double what you're going to do this year.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too hard because you've done 3 million in 5 or 6 months. Right? Okay, so 7 million. Let's say at the end of 2023, let's say we look back and you smashed it and you did 7 million. What does that mean to you? What's significant about that number?
You know, that number just means that, man, you crushed it. It means that you went through Bold and you actually utilized some of the things that were taught, things that you learned. And I think it sets me up to know the sky's the limit. Like, I did 3 million this year, but that was without me actually using a lot of the tools that are provided. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. For sure. Well, good. Well, anything else you'd like to add? Any closing thoughts?
I would say that if you are contemplating what brokerage to hang your license at, Keller Williams is the place. The training, the camaraderie that's here, the family-like atmosphere is right here at Keller Williams. You should be here.
Love it. Cool. Thank you so much. Appreciate the time. All right. Cool.